This is not a sad song, a sad song, a song that makes you cry. This is a glad song, yes, a glad song, a simple tune that simply seems to make you feel good when you sing along. Song sung blue, every garden grows one. Me and you are subject to the blues now and then. But when you take the blues and make a song, you sing them out again. You sing them out again. Hi, welcome to Ukulele. That was a snippet of me playing the song Song Blue by Neil Diamond, which is a fantastic song to play on ukulele, and I'm going to show you how to do that. It's rather apt at the time of filming because a new movie came out Christmas Day 2025 called Song Blue, which is based on the life of a Neil Diamond impersonator. In fact, he calls himself an interpreter. With Hugh Jackman, Kate Hudson. It's a really great film, especially if you're into Neil Diamond like I am. So let's move on to the song. So I'm going to break it down into three sections I refer to as the CAR, the C-A-R. So C for chords, A for arrangement, R for rhythm. So let's get started on the chords. The good news is it's in the original key, so you can kind of play along to the record, which is great. The even better news is it's in the key of C, which is even better for ukulele. So chord wise, there's only 6 chords. So C, of course, song blue, everybody knows one. They've got a G there, then we'll go to G7, song blue, every garden grows one, and then we hit a C7. Me and you were subject to the blues now and then, F. We've got a bit of D minor, sing them out again. So they're all kind of chords you should be really familiar with, nothing too difficult there at all. So that's the chords and the key sorted out. Let's have a look at the arrangement, and you probably might not have been familiar with the intro piece that I played at the beginning of the video, and that's not unusual because it's not actually part of the official single release of Neil Diamond, and probably not on many copies of that record. In fact, I hadn't heard it myself until I went to watch the film, which it features prominently in. But if you have in your old record collection got a copy of Live at the Greek by Neil Diamond, that's where this intro piece comes from. And I think it works really well, which is why I've included it on this video. Whether you're playing it as a solo piece, I think it works great, or as an ensemble, it'd be good, you know, if somebody could just start the intro solo and then the band come in afterwards. So let's have a quick look at that intro piece. It's not very difficult. It's all about the timing. So we start on the C, but we have to pluck the C first before we start singing. That's the important thing to get the timing right. So this is not a sad song, sad song. So F C, a song, bring it out D minor, that makes you F cry. And again, we hit the C again. Just leave a second before you start singing. No, this is a glad song, yes, a glad song, a simple tune that simply seems to make you feel good when you sing. That's up to you how long you kind of hang that bit, down to artistic expression. Along and again. Now, of course, what I did at the beginning of the video, I let that hang while I then started my drum machine. And of course that optional piece at the end there, particularly if you've got a low G like I have, we can bring in the kind of walking bass bit. Song, song, and then carry on from there. So once we've got past the intro, we're then into the main part of the song, and fairly unusually we start with a chorus. So song, song, blue, everybody knows one. And then we move into, I suppose, what you could call a verse. It's almost kind of a chorus extension. Me and you were subject to. We'll call it verse for now, just to keep it simple. So from an arrangement point of view, it kind of goes chorus, verse, followed by chorus, verse. But on the first chorus verse, there's a little tiny bit of a gotcha, which he only does once at the end of the verse. So it's me and you are subject to the blues now and then. But when you take the blues, make a song, you sing them out again. Now here comes the extra piece on the D minor. You sing them out again and back to G7. Song. And he only does that at the end of the first verse. Doesn't come in on any of the other verses at all. It's just that one time that he puts that little bit of extra piece in there. So let's just go through the verse then. So it's song, song, blue, everybody, to G. The next line goes to G7. Song, song, blue, every garden grow, back to the C. Now there's an important piece coming up here as he moves to the C7. You could carry on and me and you and just strum it with the C7, or you could do what I do, which is try and really accent that C7 to add a little bit of tension. So what I do is I try and almost emulate a piano arpeggio. So I go, so rather than just strum the whole chord down, I try and pick out the strings. So it's like a piano arpeggio. And I also try and move my hand back a bit further towards the bridge because it gives more of a trebly, twangy kind of sound. So try that if you can. If you can't, just kind of carry on and play it through the rhythm, because some people might find it interrupts their rhythm flow, which it will, takes a little bit of practice, but it just gives that nice little bit of accent. Again, if you're playing with an ensemble and other people are playing the rhythm, then you've got more time to kind of put that piece in. So, you know, I just think that's worthwhile. The rest of the chords are pretty straight. You know, I'll put them up, you know, as I play along, so you can kind of follow along on those. But there's nothing terribly complicated about that. So now we've looked at the chords and the arrangement of the C. We've looked at the kind of arrangement piece, which kind of goes, as I say, chorus verse, chorus verse. He puts a piece in the middle where kind of trumpets and cornets kind of come in the middle piece. I'm going to fill that out with my an instrument called a kazoo, which is a kazoo in a tin can, called it a kazoo, and just to give that a bit of flavour in the middle. And then, you know, he finishes off with kind of another verse, chorus, and then there's just an outro at the end. Song, song, blue. Song, song, blue. And of course, it's up to you how you finish that, if you want to just carry on and keep repeating or end on a stop like I did, just to give that a piece of definition. So let's move on to R for rhythm. And from a rhythm perspective, I think this is kind of the key part, really, is, you know, how you approach the rhythm, because the song kind of, you know, is happy-go-lucky, people kind of clapping their hands, stamping their feet as such, dancing along to the song. And that's because it's got this particular rhythm which I refer to as the boom chink rhythm. So rather than just up and down, it's not just song, song, blue, it's boom ching. If I'm hitting my fourth string, I've got a low G, so it's first, and then I'm keeping my hand within the body of the ukulele, and then the second stroke, and I'm stroking all the way down. Song blue, everybody knows what. So you can almost think of it as like soft hard as well. You can soft. I mean, if you listen to the drum, for instance, it really accentuates here. Boom, ching, boom, ching, boom, ching. It's also, if you can master the rhythm on this one, this rhythm is used in lots of songs, lots of popular songs, particularly country songs as well. And it just adds that bit of more authenticity to that. And it might take a while for you to get, but if you can just try and get that to start with, and then when you're feeling a bit more adventurous, then you can kind of start going. So you do a down and an up straight away. You can kind of really start to advance that as you get more and more comfortable with it. And I know some people find that a bit awkward because they're not just moving their arm up and down, because it's kind of a controlled slight percussion of the strings and then a further one to go down. But I think it's worth it in the end if you can get that to work for you. So right, I think we've kind of covered most things now. We've got the chords and the key, we've got the arrangement, and we've got the rhythm piece as well. And the rhythm's the same all throughout the song, so as long as you can kind of get that piece, that works really, really well. So I'll continue to play out on that song and pop the chords up so you can play along as well. Hope you enjoyed that. It is a really fantastic song to play on the ukulele. If you got anything out of the video, if you could like my video down below, that would be great. Even better, subscribe to my channel. And even better, if you could leave a comment, about the video, or any kind of questions you've got, or any other songs you think that should be covered. I'd really appreciate that. I do read all the comments. In between time, enjoy the ukulele. Song blue, weeping like a willow. Song blue, sleeping on my pillow. Funny thing, but you can't sing it with a cry in your voice. And before you know, you start feeling good. You simply got no choice. Me and you are subject to